Alright, so we are on... It's good enough. Okay, where's my water? Okay, there we go. Alright, so we just unlocked the kitchen. So that is where I'm going to head right now. We're gonna jump right into Beach Bowl Galaxy, which there's some cool stuff we can do in Beach Bowl Galaxy. It is a water level, which like normally I don't like water levels, but there's some cool stuff we can do. Yeah, we're not gonna go to the boss just yet, because we are going for 100%. We already have enough stars to unlock the next area, but we're not gonna do that. So Beach Bowl Galaxy is a water level, obviously. I don't know if I can do the skip as Mario. I'm not good at it, so I think I'm just gonna get the star chips. So there's a skip you can do, where you can get up to the star without going in the water and getting the star chips, but I know it's a lot harder to do with Mario, I believe, than with Luigi, because Luigi jumps higher. So I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it, but this level is still pretty like fast when you know what you're doing. So there's one down. Okay, there's one in the clam. So interesting thing about this game compared to Galaxy 2, I can. Swimming is such a pain in the ass. But something I will note is that this game has fast swimming, and Galaxy 2 does not. So essentially, if you shake the remote, there is no slowdown. Okay, I actually have to be careful here. Now, so there is no slowdown between shakes. You can pretty much just spam shakes. In Galaxy 2, that is not the case. In Galaxy 2, there's actually like lag between the shakes. Now, the thing about Galaxy 1, and I don't believe this is true in Galaxy 2 for Luigi, in Galaxy 1, Luigi actually loses air while spinning underwater. So I am really trying to get this chip. Dude, steering is such a pain in the ass. I will be honest. Steering underwater is such a pain in the ass. I really do not enjoy it. I was hoping there would be a coin over here, but there isn't. But yeah, so what I was saying about this game, so the spin spamming doesn't really work that well with Luigi because you lose air, right? So, you know, I'm just gonna surface, dive back down, see if I can get it. I'm going to try to get a coin, because I don't see any Koopa shells right now in the water, because Koopa shells are usually very good because it's much easier to control where you're going, at least in my experience. There we go. It is much easier to control where you're going when you have the Koopa shell. I'm going to go ahead and go in this launch star here. So it is possible to get up there, as I mentioned, without... I'm going to skip that question point. It's just for some one-ups, I think, which, of course, we do not need. I believe I can skip this, but it's a little tricky. The momentum just completely died. So the reason skipping these platforms is tricky is because these walls really don't want you to wall jump off them. They really do not want you to wall jump off these walls. But if you time your spins precisely, you can just kind of get up there, grab the ledge. I'm really glad that like they've never like patched this game as much as like, you know, they've re-released it, but they haven't really patched it, because There's a lot of little quirks which make it fun because there's stuff you can do. We're going to be getting to one of my favorite levels a bit later on, but for right now, we've opened the storybook. I'm not going to do that right now. I'll probably do that like much later on. Alright, well now I'm going to go back into Beach Bowl. So the second level here is incredibly easy because the only thing you have to do is steal a shell from the kid, which is like super kind of shitty, right? Like, why are we stealing a shell from the kid? That is very shitty. Don't do that. Don't steal shells from kids. Don't steal from children. Stealing from children is lame. Alright, so we're gonna be going straight in the water. I don't even think we need to talk to the coach. First, if you talk to him, he'll just tell you what to do. And I'm going to go under here, and I'm going to basically just follow these guys. So they haven't even found the shell yet. This is how I'm just going to hang out with these guys. Oops. I think he's over there. Which one of you has the stupid ass shell? It's not you. Also, I want all of the star bits. I couldn't get them, so that's unfortunate. So you fuck off. He's just vibing. This guy does not give a fuck. Maybe I do have to talk to the coach first. Because I don't see the shell. Which is weird, because I could have sworn that that group of penguins had it. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I do have to talk to the coach. I shouldn't act so knowledgeable about things that I'm clearly not knowledgeable about. Okay. Yes, I do have to say yes. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, an automatic A for the gold shell. It's kind of not a great scoring system, I would say. Damn it. Yeah, this has to be one of the most nothing missions in the whole game. All you do is steal a shell from a kid. And once we talk to the penguin, he will spawn the star. So we do not have to keep the shell. We can just throw it away. So just to suck it to you just throw it at him, or you can throw it off the planet. You can throw it wherever you want. Kind of like throwing the baby penguin off the cliff in Mario 64, although of course not as violent because it's only a shell. Like, I just never noticed that there's a little, like, potted tree in the background. That's cute. Alright, back into Beach Bowl. Now we're gonna get a secret star. So, the secret star, I usually like to go for the secret stars first. So I remember to get them, you know. But the secret star is located in a different area. We'll see where that goes. So you're supposed to go in there for the main mission, but there is also the secret mission. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a shell as soon as possible. Just because it makes it a lot easier to steer. And I do believe we need a shell anyway, because we have to break open a chest. So we go to this side of the area and jump out of the water. And die. That I have died in that way before. You get a lot of speed jumping out of the water, and sometimes I just fall and die. It has happened before. If I take it off this guy, no. Okay, I'm just gonna grab this one down here. I think it would be fine if I just kind of. Well, I just have to make sure I'm angling my jump, not to the right and high enough. Dude, I can't. Controlling the shell on the surface can be pretty awkward. Again, it's interesting because I never knew that this game had inverted camera originally on the Wii, because I guess I never really used the camera that much. So now we just have to hit this, and we can go off to the next planet. Because apparently when I set the options when I set it to classic, it took me to that area. So we have to lure a Cataquack over here in order to spawn this ice flower. I believe with Luigi you can make that jump. Oops. If you let him get out of your line of sight, if you go too far away, the Cataquack won't follow you. And that can be really... But it's funny because I'm used to the camera not being inverted, so I guess I've been playing the 3D All-Stars version for long enough that I assume it's not inverted in the 3D All-Stars version. And actually, notably, because I know like Sunshine also defaults to uninverted on 3DS, you can switch it back, but although I do prefer inverted aiming on Sunshine, don't ask me why. I like inverted aiming on inverted camera, but okay. Well, I guess I was supposed to keep that, but I can easily make it up. So the star's over there. So for this part, we have to lure the Cataquack over, and not let him get wrecked by the ice. Those like ice, spiky ice structures. I don't know what those things are called. And that's a star. All right, so now we've just we are back, and now we do the regular mission. 29. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna be getting a lot of stars in this galaxy extravaganza. Alright, going right back in. Gonna get the normal star now for mission 3. The nice thing is that you do get fast cutscenes if you've already entered the level before. So I am gonna do the same thing as before. I am gonna try to get a shell, but I'm also not gonna go all the way over to the other side of the platform. So what we have to do here is break this open. I don't actually know what's in the chest. I've actually never broken that chest. And now we can just go through here. Whee! Bam! Spinning is at my detriment, apparently. This is a cool little... Because there's, like, no music in here. Cool little ambient moment. Definitely want some of these... Oh! I got jump scared by a Goomba. How is he even alive in there? Like, how is he not dead? How did the Goomba not suffocate just being in that crate? Yeah, the bats are definitely annoying, but they're nowhere near as annoying as the ice bats. Now we're here. So we'll be seeing this area in Galaxy 2 as well, notably. There's just like this weird little obstacle course in the sky. We just have to get through it. There's no collectibles here. There's a version of this, and I believe that jump is possible, but I'm a little scared, so I'm not going to go for it. There's a version, there's a Comet. Oh no, I think it's Galaxy 2 that has collectibles. Because Galaxy 2 has the silver stars that can be collected. Whereas, whereas Galaxy 1 just has the fast comet. where it goes really fast. So we'll be seeing that shortly. That will probably be the next comet I do. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab the star. It's that sound is so satisfying, like the shimmery effect. I don't know why. That's so satisfying. It just is. All right. Now I need 600. I need 600 things for the. Okay, so the comet is here right now. Okay, I need 600 star bits for the next Luma. Now, interestingly, there's only 2 of these fast foe comets in the game. Hello. I don't know why you said bruh. Answer you? Answer you what? You just said bruh. What do you want me to say? Notably, there's only 2 of the fast foe comets in the game. There's this one, and there's the one in Toy Time Galaxy. But, about children. Well, so you unsent your message, okay? Alright, well, also, we can make this jump, you just have to not suck. I'm not even gonna question it at this point. Alright. Kids are weird sometimes. Alright, I'm just gonna wait for this to come back. I'm gonna try to make this jump. You have to time it, obviously. Ooh, that could have been good, but I was a little bit stupid, and I'm trying to watch chat while watching this, and that's not working very well. Anyway, as I was saying, notably there are only 2 of the fast foe comets. The comet distribution in this game is quite odd. I believe there are 3 or 4 of the like speedrun comets. I think there's 4 Daredevils because there's 3 bosses. There's 3 bosses that got Daredevil comets, and then I believe there's the Lava Spire level, which we'll talk about when we get to it. But then there's also, I'm just going to take the long way around, but there's also, and then for the, I believe there's 3 or 4 of the Cosmic races. Okay, it's Freeze Flame, Honey Hive, Gold Leaf, and Seaside, so there's 4 of them. So most of the other comet types have like 3 or 4, and then of course purple coins you have like 16. But because every main stage has a purple coin, and then there's the gateway purple coins. So I guess if you count the Star Festival one at the end, then that's 17. But yeah, I don't know if I really would count that, but it is interesting. But also each comet type has a certain glow. I really am not enjoying the camera here. Okay. So like this one has like a yellow glow. The other comet has as the Daredevil ones have like a red glow, and then I think Cosmic has blue, and purple, obviously purple. So yeah, noteworthy, I suppose. I hope I'm not forgetting any other comet types. That always gives me anxiety. Alright. Comet is in the bag. Also, Mario's fists are so cartoonishly large while he's spinning. I mean, he has big hands to begin with, but just the spinning animation makes it so much worse. Alright. I actually wonder what the optimal route is for 100%, like from a speedrun perspective. Obviously, I'm not doing the optimal route. Okay, so we can go to, I forget which level this is. Oh, this is Buoy Base. Okay. Should I go there first? I think I'll go there first. So Buoy Base, this is actually the only, one-off level to have 2 stars, because it has a secret star. So, pretty much every other one-off level has 1 star, and then pretty much all of the main stages have 6 stars if you count the purple comets. Because pretty much every main stage will have 3 main missions, a secret mission, and 2 comets. It'll have a normal comet and a purple comet. The purple comets don't spawn until after post-game, after beating Bowser. Now, so I don't like this secret star. It's really annoying because it's annoying to guide bullets underwater. Although maybe I'll be okay. Okay, there we go. Well, I believe they're actually Torpedo Teds, the underwater enemies, or maybe they're not. Maybe they are regular bullet bills. Because they kind of look like regular bullet bills. So if we fall in the water here, we go back and have to go back. So this is the secret star for Buoy Base. I was trying to not fall in the water. Luckily there are coins right there, so not too bad. God dang it, dude. So this is another really cool music track. Are you kidding me? Yeah, this star can be kind of annoying. Also, another song in 12/8 time, which we love. Or at least I love it. Keep hitting the amps, dude. Just break the cage, gosh darn it. Probably be helpful to kill these guys. I can't. Depth perception is whack. Anyways, I was going to also note that this stage has dynamic music. Of course, we're hearing the land version of the song. Are you kidding me? That's like the 3rd time that's happened. Whereas normally, well, this is the version you hear on land. There's also a version of the song that plays underwater. The same thing was true with Beach Bowl as well, notably. So this is actually the first green star. There are only 3 green stars in this game. And these stars will unlock the trial levels, which we'll get to later, which are motion control trials. So, of course, Rosalina is going to talk to us about it. Or actually, it's this Luma that's going to talk to us about it. But we're just going to head back. And we're going to go ahead and do the main mission for Buoy Base. A little fun way to get up there. Don't actually know if it's faster. And now we're going back here at Buoy Base to do the main event. And as you can see, there is a giant Pokeball in the sky. So Olimar's ship is not the only reference in this game. As we mentioned, Olimar's ship was back in Space Junk Galaxy. Actually, multiple times it appeared in Space Junk Galaxy. So now what we have to do is get the Bullet Bill, the Torpedo Ted, whatever enemy this is, get it to break this weight over here. And this is the underwater version of the music, as I mentioned, which is all just kind of this like synthesizer, right? Yeah, aiming can be tricky for sure. I'm just trying to surface to get air here. You kind of hear the organ in the background here, which is interesting. The underwater version of the song. Yeah, the camera is not great underwater. Really not great. I guess these are torpedo TEDs. I just had to look at the design of the enemy to see. Yeah, the camera is genuinely atrocious in this section. I am going to die. I gotta spin to get speed. Maybe that'll work. Okay. It did in fact work. Now I just have to be careful to not die here. So removing that weight will raise the water level. I'm also about to drown, which is really bad. Okay. Drowning is notably bad in this case because I had no health. There are no coins here, unfortunately. I wasn't sure. So hopefully I can avoid taking any further damage. I don't believe this level has any sort of checkpoints either because, to be fair, there's really no reason to have. But I would have to lift the weight again if I died. Okay, there's a coin. Alright, so no problem. There's some enemies up here as well too. Look at this pink Octumba variant, which I feel like isn't super common. So now here we have to turn off these water shooters, which I believe is something that we can do over here. I was not trying to talk to him, I was trying to backflip. This is another wall that really does not like you backflipping. You're supposed to use the little top man guy over there, but you can also just backflip up. Okay, somehow I avoided taking damage there. So here we have a star chip puzzle. I don't know why they're hitting something with an ice pick in the other room, but it's really annoying. Okay, I was trying to backflip again. Okay, these ones actually do let you wall jump. However, I definitely missed one of the things I need, so I'm gonna have to go back for it. Also, I can't see. That is just really distracting, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if you can hear it, but okay, I don't know where the last star chip is because I know the other two are up top, but I know there's one that I'm missing still, so I'm still trying to figure that out a little bit. Maybe it's over here. My autism is not happy. I have noise sensitivity and I have trouble focusing when there's noise. Well, I guess that's more of an ADHD thing in this case than autism, but okay. Oh, so those things just spawn infinitely. Great. So where's the last star chip? The camera is not being very helpful either. I brought this one up. I know that the one up top is there, but there's another one that I'm missing still, and I just got electrocuted, so that's cool. Let's just go over here. Maybe it's over here. I feel like I've already been over here, though. I can't see. The camera is really bad. Okay, I see it. That is really hard to see. It's on top of this guy, but it is really hard to see. And I fell all the way down because the depth perception in the camera was genuinely awful. This is my favorite game of all time, by the way. But I need to get out of the water here. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of water. They're still doing the fucking ice pick thing. There's a whole bunch of water in this level, which is pretty nice. Or not nice. I mean, there are several water levels in this area, in this section of the game. Now, to be fair, this is mostly above water. Are you kidding me? I didn't even see him. And I also don't know which swamp it's this swamp? Okay. Why would I ever go up there? That's bullshit. Alright, okay, now I just have to get back up, which should be not too bad, because these walls do let you backflip. And now we just launch ourselves up. And I do believe you do need to get the pull stars. I don't know. Wait, it might be possible for Luigi. I don't know. If you can get enough height to, like, go into the gravitational field of this planet up here. And this is the Pokeball. As I mentioned, we had Olimar's ship, and now we have a Pokeball. And we actually get to open the Pokeball. And the star is inside of the Pokeball. I thought that was like a really funny random thing, but it is kind of cool. It's still going. The ice picking is still going. Okay. So, now that's it for Buoy Base. Now, I guess I will go to Bubble Breeze before I go to Ghostly Galaxy, I think. Actually, no. I'm going to go to, no, that's not what I want to do. I was trying to long jump. I will go to Big Mouth, or not Big Mouth, Drip Drop. This is yet another water stage. Yet another water stage we're going to. This is a one-off level. This features, all we have to do here is just kill 3 eels with shells. Very easy. Am I playing? Well, technically Switch 2, but I'm playing the new version that's on Switch and Switch 2. I mean, it's pretty much the same as the 3D All-Stars one, just, you know, a few changes, HUD changes and such. I don't know why it's taking so long. I don't want to talk too loud because I don't want my roommates to hear me complaining. But it is really annoying. I'm having like sensory overload right now. I was trying to get the red shell because the red shells hone in on the enemies. There it is. Well, not like that. They don't hone in on the enemies if you do that. There we go, there's one. I don't know why it's taking so long. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, one more. It's gotten worse. What are you doing? Okay, first of all, you're the one who sounds like a 12-year-old by the way you were talking. You're like, bruh. And then you're like, answer me. Sorry, I'm having sensory overload because my roommates in the other room are like breaking ice and they're like hammering it, and it's really annoying. And I don't know why they're doing that or why it's taking so long. What? The eel just despawned? No, the eel didn't despawn. Sometimes I get high-pitched if I'm like stressed, but normally no. But also I probably do sound higher on video than I do in real life. Dude, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what, I'm just telling you how you came across. I think being answer me, I think telling me to answer you is rude. I think that's rude. I'm just matching the energy. And I do get a lot of children watching my Nintendo or Sonic streams. That happens a lot more than you would think. And as I said, I'm experiencing sensory overload due to something I can't avoid. So that's happening as well. But I've had to deal with some really annoying children and children who tried to become parasocial with me in the past. So should I check Meltoad? I guess. No, wait, that's not Meltoad. That was just a save icon. Okay, teenagers are children to me. I'm 23. Teenagers are still children. Unless you're 19, 18. I'm glad you're a teenager, because if you were an actual child, I would have to ban you because you're not supposed to be on YouTube if you're under 13. But, alright, Bubble Breeze. The purple level. Okay, you probably shouldn't be telling people online your age, but I mean, I did kind of ask. I didn't ask, but yeah, you're a kid. I'm 23. 14 is a kid to me. That's categorically. If you lived in Australia, you couldn't even use YouTube. Or proper YouTube, only YouTube Kids. You don't care? Well, okay, I'm just telling you that if I say kids, I'm talking about it was a 16-year-old who was parasocial with me and my friend, so, and tried to become best friends with us, which is not a good idea when you're not an adult, when you're a minor on the internet. I'm not saying that you're doing that. I'm just saying I've dealt with people being either annoying or straight up not understanding. I really wish there was a way I could just straight up ban kids from like interacting with my channels, but the problem is that the only way to do that would be to like age restrict all my content, and like I don't want to do that either because that like hurts it in the algorithm, and also just is disingenuous, kinda, because like age restricted content is like really bad stuff. Like most content on normal YouTube is not age restricted, and sure, I make crass jokes sometimes, but I don't have any content that would be explicitly age restricted. So, but I have banned children or I have banned anyone under the age of 18 from my Discord server, or not banned them specifically, because I didn't ban anyone. I just made a new server that was I just made a new server where that was a role because because of past experiences. At least you're not 50 or 55, okay? What does... Okay. That's nice that you're not 55. Okay. And that whole level is already over. The hell happened in chat? This guy is like... Why is this person being aggro? Because he said like, bruh, answer me. The messages he deleted. I said it was rude to, well, first of all, I was like, it was rude to do that. And then I said, like, I've had a lot of annoying kids. Oh, he said I sounded 12. He said he thought I sounded like a 12-year-old boy. I said, no, you sound 12. And then he said, why are you being rude? And I said, telling me to answer him is rude. And then he became aggro. It was like, and then it's like, I'm 14, not 12. And I'm like, I'm a teenager, not a kid. And I'm like, you're a fucking kid. I'm 23, you're a fucking kid. I don't give a fuck. Also, sorry if I misgendered you. If you're not a he, I just kind of assume people watching gaming streams statistically are he's, and people watching K-pop shorts statistically are she's. I do the same shit people do on Discord. I can't even click on this guy's profile to see if it's a he. Dude, I can't even fucking click on this guy's profile. Why are you specifically targeting you? 14 is a kid? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can ban. I was just trying to see if I was misgendering them. Because I still don't want to misgender people, even if they're dumb. They started sending hearts! Unless that was you, Midge. Unless you were sending hearts. What the fuck? I did say be civil. I think saying answer me is not civil. I think saying bruh answer me is not civil, so fair ban. It wasn't you. Dude! What is with these parasocial children? Oh my god, how dare I play a Nintendo game? Oh my god, autism. Okay, back to the fucking video game. This is a really cool level. There are ghosts and it's spoopy. And we have to lure this guy down to the light to get the key out of him. I didn't even get to show off the stupid Bubble Breeze skip because I was so distracted by that fucking guy. Or gal, I don't know, I don't care. There we go, get the key. Yeah, I don't know what was wrong. Like, this is what I'm saying about kids. I really wish I could just ban anyone under 18, but the problem is that, and I know Enigma, I think Enigma was the name they used last, that Moonchild / Enigma / whatever. I know they were like in high school, or probably still are, and I think they're a senior now. I think he's a he. But I made him a mod like years ago, so it was like, okay, obviously I'm not going to make anyone a mod now who's that age. And also, being like 17 is not the same thing as being 14. And like being 14 is technically legal on YouTube. I'm not, at least in the US, we don't have that Australia ban yet. I'm not gonna, listen, I'm against the censorship laws in the sense of it's privacy violations and all that, but I would really like if YouTube proper was made 18 plus or at least 16 plus, just for my own sanity, just for my sanity, and only for that reason, so that I don't have to deal with fucking children. So I have to deal with fucking children on my streams, and so every time I get weird comments, it's from a child. like, I should say 99% of the time I get weird comments on streams, it's from a child or someone who's clearly a child. Creative Polestar usage here. But we're gonna rescue Luigi in the next room. But we're gonna become a ghost first. Telling them to shut, them telling you to shut the fuck up when you were like, can I ban them? Which, like, that's another thing. Like, also, if you're gonna tell my mod to shut up, then that's another, yeah, like, it's kind of funny, but yeah, if someone's gonna tell my moderator to shut up, you have no time to deal with trolls, idiots, and kids. No, I agree. I just hadn't gotten around to banning them because I was, like, kind of playing a game. And I was also just more confused than anything. So now we gotta talk to Luigi, so he'll start sending us letters. And then we'll have to revisit some levels. But, like, I don't know how I can't. The problem is I can't ban kids from, like, watching my streams, at least as long as they're, like, over 13. I mean, if they're under 13, I wouldn't even know necessarily, because if they don't tell me they're under 13, I'm not gonna ban someone. They were under 13 in spirit. No, I'm just saying, like, obviously I can ban whoever I want personally. I can choose to ban them, but what I mean is that I can't make a sweeping ban of people who are under 18, especially if I'm, like, watching my YouTube content or commenting on it, because there are plenty of, like, genuinely pretty chill and normal people who are, like, 16 to 17 years old who can make normal and chill comments and aren't fucking crazy. A lot of people aren't like Damon. There's a lot. I've known a lot of people who were mature at 16, and I don't mean mature in the sense of, like, oh, you can consent now. That's not what I mean. I'm not saying that as a way to, like, mean, yeah, they're still kids, obviously, but I have known kids who act mature enough to, like, be in a YouTube chat and not be fucking stupid, is what I'm trying to say. That is all. Hold on. Do I need to do something to get Mailtoad to start appearing? Because, like, Mailtoad hasn't appeared yet. Sorry. Oh no, he is here. He just hasn't given me any letters yet. Does he not make the noise anymore? Hey, Mailtoad. No, he doesn't. Okay. Or he doesn't have any letters. He still had decorum. I didn't say dumb things at 16. I was still able to compose myself in YouTube chats to a decorum. I'd say the same thing. Yeah, I was definitely able to, like, generally. I'm not saying I didn't make mistakes or say dumb shit in chats. I still make mistakes and say dumb shit. Not necessarily in chats, but in Discords and stuff, I've made mistakes and said dumb shit. Everyone does. But, like, I'm not gonna say I'm, like, immune to mistakes nowadays. But no, I'm saying, like, most people aren't. I mean, Damon was an interesting case, but then there's somebody like, I guess Ashley. I guess she goes by Ashley now. But Ashley was an interesting case for sure. Although I guess Damon Albarn fan is still her screen name, so whatever. But yeah. I only know this because of the Blue Sky account. But, like, yeah, YouTube chats, Twitch chats, whatever. I mean, it's just, like, it's funny. I'm gonna get the Secret Star. It's funny because, actually, no. I'm gonna get the regular star first for this one, just because I want to. But, like, Venice, for example, which, man, I wonder how Venice is doing. Yeah. Anyway, Venice, for example, was 17 when the whole shit went down with Nelly and me. and Venice handled it very maturely. So again, it's not. And Nelly was older than Venice, and Nelly was fucking stupid and clearly mentally unwell, deeply mentally unwell, which is not an excuse because the way they handled themselves was not okay. And every time I hear anyone bring up Deftones, I become scared for my life. I'm joking, but... Also, this is cool because it's a 3-4 time version of the race theme that played earlier for the penguin races and such, but they just took that theme, put it in a waltz signature, and made it... No! Oh no, I'm actually gonna lose now. I don't think I've ever been that close. I don't think I've ever been that close in that race. Thankfully, I'm normal, but both Deftones and MSP, a song for the latter made you wrapped. Okay, fair enough. I'm not saying you can't like those bands. I just don't think I ever will listen to them because it has been ruined for me by fucking... Was Richie Edwards in MSP? What band was Richie Edwards in? Because I was joking about making like figure skating Yali. Oh, here's the letter from Luigi. We gotta go to Good Egg. We gotta save Luigi. It was MSP, yeah. Okay. So like I was joking about writing like figure skating Yali, and I have written RPF before of K-pop. Wait, I didn't mean to go here. I meant to go to Luigi, but sure, I'll do this. MSP's album Holy Bible was very much that. Yeah, no, Bleak Crushing. Yeah, you say that. I mean, I like Radiohead, but like, I have my limits on it. Anyways, but my point is that I'm not gonna claim to be normal about like Taemin or whatever, but at least they reach Ashenspire. Yeah, there's a difference between Radiohead and Ashenspire, if that makes sense. There is a difference, and like I said, Hail to the Thief even is something I need to be in headspace for. But basically, let me just do like a big skip there. And as I mentioned, these comments have a blue glow around this screen. I'm not sure what degree of rubber banding there is. You just have to win the race. If you lose the race, you die. He literally kills you if you lose the race. Also, this is sort of a remix to the Sunshine Shadow Mario theme, but like not really. They're both like underground / overworld remixes of SMD1 music. What I was saying about MSP, or not about MSP, but just about like the way Nelly was about Richie Edwards is not fucking normal, because even me writing K-pop RPF, which I don't really do, I don't really write K-pop RPF that much anymore, but like even, and also I'm ace, so I'm never gonna write like anything sexual. I think writing like sexual RPF of real people is really fucking weird. RPF is real person fan fiction if you don't know. But I was joking about figure skating Yali just because there was a bro hug between the guy who was supposed to win and lost and the guy who actually won. But I was just joking about it. But they all look like twinks. Figure skaters look like fucking twinks. But that's neither here nor there. It is possible to get up here with a backflip. Might want to kill these guys. The intended method is to, take the yellow pipe or the orange pipe on the other side of the I might be able to just triple jump. Fuck, I can't line up my jumps. But yeah, somehow he got himself stuck up here, and he's too scared to jump 10 feet to the ground. Okay, it's probably more than 10 feet. But I still think he would survive. And he's just too scared. He's just such a chicken. And he could also just, like, go in the pipe. That's also an option. He's such a fucking chicken, man. He just gets stuck. I don't even know how he got up there. If he got up there, he should be able to get down. Luigi's an idiot. I would not write RPF in general, especially if a man who went missing over 30 years ago said went missing. Probably more likely his body's never found. There's no way he's alive. No, yeah, I know. That was like, but like that. It was that too. But I mean, I have written RPF of dead people before, but that's only because I used to write Jongtae stuff. I'll admit that. But which I still feel a little weird about. I feel weird about it, but I've also, yeah, I don't really write much of it anymore. But no, what really icks me out is when people write, like, actual smut. And then when people write smut of minors, or real people when they were minors, because that's a thing, too. Oh my god. But no, I know there's, like, conspiracies about, I did watch a video, actually, about, the Richie Edwards thing, and, like, yeah, there's conspiracies about how he, like, moved to Israel or something. Like, I don't fucking know. It's crazy. Like, people always said that shit about, like, Michael Jackson and Elvis, and, like, that they're alive somewhere, you know? Which, I mean, Elvis would be dead by now anyway. He'd be fucking ancient. But I didn't want to go to that star. I wanted to do Secret Star. I'll do the Secret Star after. It's fine. Tupac in Area 51. Is that like an actual conspiracy theory? Or, like, why are they hiding Tupac there of all like, people? Like, man, that's dumb. But no, I mean, I've definitely heard, you think it's some of it a joke, but you're sure someone believes it. Yeah, I've definitely heard, like, I mean, I've definitely heard people say Tupac is still alive, or what. I mean, that's what I've heard. Kurt Cobain, just either that they're still alive, or like Kurt Cobain didn't commit suicide, actually. Why? I don't know, but I'm sure whoever thinks that would find a way to blame Jews. Yeah, I've noticed that too, about, like, it's either Jews, black people, or women, and those are specifically the groups of people that get banned or get blamed for, like, everything. Which is weird, but yeah. I guess Muslims now, but in trans people, trans women, but that just kind of falls under women again. I don't see trans men getting blamed for random shit. I'm not saying trans men don't face oppression or whatever, because obviously they do, but, like, I don't know. Yeah, just people just hate women. That's the point. I don't know. But it's always, like, either, like, drag queens or, like, trans women. Prophets of the Elders of Zion, basis of every modern conspiracy theory. Oh, protocols of Elders of Zion. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, crazy. Fuck. Gravity, man. Anyways, Gravity Man from Mega Man 5. But I can't believe this kid, this 14-year-old had the audacity to say I looked like a 12, or I sounded like a 12-year-old boy, because, first of all, no the fuck I don't, and second of all, like, what would happen if I was just a cis woman, right? I'm not, but, like, what would happen if I was? Because there's this thing about, like, COD lobbies, or, like, video game lobbies, where it's like, oh, is it a 12-year-old boy, or is it a woman? Is it a girl? And it's like, speaking of blaming women for shit, Gamergate. But, is it a, but I don't know, it's just like this idea of like, even if I was just a cis woman, I'm still an adult. Like, I know there are plenty of cis women, probably trans women who have higher voices than me. There are probably grown men who have higher voices than me because hormones and sex characteristics are fucking weird. Like, anomalies exist. But, like, I know specifically talking about, like, cis women, or at least, like, AFABs, who haven't had any sort of surgery or anything, obviously, or any sort of hormones, right? Surgery won't do anything. But, like, specifically, like, AFABs, just, like, but, like, generally just, like, cis women, a lot of them have much higher voices than me. And are they being mistaken for 12-year-old boys? Like, how dare someone play a video game who isn't, like, a man? And especially it's a fucking Nintendo game. I guess I'm a child now, because I play Nintendo game. So fucking stupid. It's like, it's so much common now for like, it's funny because I don't get people saying that shit when I stream Genshin, which is really funny because Genshin is like 67% male player base or some shit, which is like better than a lot of other gachas. I think WoW was like 81% male, because you know, it caters to gooners. Joke's on you, I goon to Mavuika. I don't goon to Mavuika, but I do want Mavuika to step on me, so there's that. But I'm also not a man, so it is what it is. How lovely are just people who sound way, way younger, saying the most teenage shit imaginable. Before my egg cracked, I used to try to make my voice sound deeper. Like, to sound more masculine, or just to, like, intimidate people in COD lobbies? Or, actually, you don't sound like someone who would play COD anyway. Such a good song. And then it gets the techno beat when he's vulnerable. To sound masculine. Sexism still very prevalent gaming YouTube. To sound masculine, yeah. I mean, I'm not better. Like, I just don't give a fuck, like, what gender people think I am, or, like, what sex people think I am. Because, like, I am, like, female is my sex. You know, like I talked about this. I might have been talking about this in my other server. I don't remember, but to me, sex and gender are not. I mean, obviously, sex and gender are not the same thing, and there are people who either want to change their sex or who are like intersex, or like there are. I'm saying there are people who get sex changes, and there are people who are intersex, or there is a reason to want to change your sex on your like legal documents or whatever, right? I don't have any desire to like. I don't feel the need to like change my sex on my legal documents. I don't care that like legal documents say my sex is female because that is my biological sex, and I don't plan to get any sort of sex change, and I'm not intersex. So like, as far as I know, anyway. So like, I do think I have some hormone imbalances going on, but those are more like, I guess, tertiary. I don't know. Those are more, hormones are wacky, just in general. I mean, just naturally I have some weird hormone shit going on, but I'm not intersex in terms of my organs are what they quote-unquote should be. My point is that I don't really care. And the reason, I know people like say the word female is derogatory or whatever. It's derogatory when incels say it. But I don't think the word female is inherently derogatory, because I will use female to describe myself, because I don't want to use girl or woman to describe myself, but female, because to me it's like I'm describing my sex. Who's saying female is derogatory? There are people who say it comes across derogatory because of the way incels use it. Like when incels are like, "Ooh, females," like I don't know. But there is like context to where it comes across that way. Maybe derogatory is not the right word, but like it just comes across like kind of objectifying, I guess, when like incels say it. But when I use it to describe myself, I'm using it purely as this is a biological descriptor. Like, I don't care because I don't want to call myself a woman or a girl because I don't care. Yeah. Anyway, so now we have to do the same fight again and not take damage. I don't think I took damage last time, so hopefully I can keep the streak. I would say I can't believe I used to find this boss hard, but I mean, to be fair, it's one of the things where you gotta learn the pattern. Once you know the pattern, it's easy. Because it's a pretty consistent pattern. And the attacks are well telegraphed. Like, whenever those shadows come up, you gotta move because he'll spawn rocks. And he can spawn rocks on top of you and kill you instantly. Also gotta let the boos go when they start getting explosive. And the hand phase is a little bit harder, but even the hand attacks are very easy tells. In that context, it's bad you're talking about sex females the correct term. No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. I just think some people are like, oh, and people call women females, and it's like, well, I'm not a woman. I'm just calling myself a female because that is how. But I guess what I'm saying is like my aunt was telling me, well, that's unfortunate that I lost both bomb boosts, but at least again, the hands are pretty easy to dodge. My aunt was telling me like you can get your sex you can designate your sex as X on your because I'm probably gonna get my name changed over to summer because if I want to get a passport or anything, I want to change my name before I do that so that I don't have to do it again. You know what I mean? So I don't have to file the paperwork again. And my aunt was telling me, well, they're not going to let you put non-binary on your passport. I'm like, my passport's not going to ask for gender. It's going to ask for sex. So that doesn't really matter to me if my passport says I'm female. Like, I don't care. And again, I think having the option to, like, have your sex designated whatever you want is good because obviously, again, there are people who get sex changes and there are people who are intersex or so like, but on the name change form, you can get your sex designated as X on your like state ID or whatever in New York. And I'm like, okay, that's good for like intersex people. But I'm like, I don't need that like designation. I don't care. I just want to get my name changed so that I don't have issues going forward with like insurance and stuff because I've had issues with so basically like everything is addressed to Raya. Like all the mail I barely even get snail mail, but when I do, all of it's addressed to Raya. But my official documents are not under Raya. So I was like, I didn't change it for a long time because I thought it would be a hassle. It is going to be a hassle to like change all of my paperwork with all of my doctors and such. However, I realized that it's going to be more of a hassle to not do it because then I get documentation. So I had a situation, for example, where I had to confirm my residency with my insurance company for I believe I'm on the Medicaid, but it's like Medicaid and another thing. It's like two things. I don't know. My uncle and aunt are the ones who like have all the insurance stuff figured out. I don't know how it works. But anyway, I had to like confirm my residence, confirm that I still lived in New York for the next like season or whatever. And in order to do that, they wanted like they wanted a piece of mail addressed to me at my address and in the last 6 months or whatever. And I said I barely get mail to begin with, but most mail I get from like my uni or whatever is just like addressed to Raya, which is not the name on my insurance card. So I had to get my aunt to like specifically send a letter to me at like, yeah, so like it's dumb. This is an auto scroller, but it's a cool auto scroller, so I don't hate it too much. Also, when I say auto scroll, I know it's not technically an auto scroll. This part kind of is technically an auto scroller, but where the screen does actually move. And it's not so much the screen moving; it's more the environment moving. But yeah, I still say it's an auto scroller. But yeah, oops, I almost fell. Almost fell again. And the star is in this one. Yep. It's an auto scroller. Yeah, I know, but I mean, I say people use the term. There is at least in like 2D games, there is such a thing as like technically an auto scroller and technically not an auto scroller, but you're still stuck. You still can't go at your own pace. For example, a moving platform level where the platforms are moving, but the screen doesn't move. The screen only moves like with the platforms. You still have control over this screen scroll, but an auto scroller is where the screen's actually scrolling. It doesn't matter, but I'm just saying there is a technical distinction. You call them auto scrollers too? Well, yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm just saying, I agree with you. I'm just saying that there is a technical distinction. Before some idiot comes in the comments and is like, but actually, that's not an auto scroller. This level has given me more trouble than you would think, just because of those damn spiders. I do not like the spiders. They are very annoying. Alright. So I'm actually going to collect star bits. Well, I was going to collect star bits. There's a reason for that, which I will get to momentarily. Because I mentioned this level is annoying. And I need to... Are you kidding me? So now I'm going to shoot at this pole and try to control my fall. Are you kidding me? Okay. Now I'm going in here. And now I'm shooting this. And once again using the whole star to, okay. There we go. So I need 30 star bits so that I can feed this Luma and get a life up shroom. Which should help me a lot. Because this fight is a bit of a bullet hell. It's not actually a bullet hell, but... And for some reason, this bug is just out here in space. I don't know why. Now, here's the part where I always fucking die, so that's gonna be fun. If I fall here, it won't matter that I got the life up shroom. Because I'll be dead. These spiders are the bane of my existence, but luckily, we got past them without too much trouble. I was hoping he would spawn not on top of me, but okay. So now, as I mentioned, this fight's a bit of a bullet hell. With Bowser Jr., and he's going to start shooting shit at me from his cannons. And I have to kill him with Koopa... Well, not kill him, but I have to attack his ship with Koopa shells. And the Koopa quakes in fear as you spin it. And I feel very sad for the Koopa. We also have to dodge these bullet bills. And there are Magic Koopas, and the Koopas themselves we have to dodge. There's a lot of things to dodge. And there's electricity on the side of the platforms, and this is where it gets really crazy, because you start shooting fire out of the front of the ship. And also the hitbox for the ship is much smaller because... Oops. Hitbox for the ship is much smaller because it's front-facing now. And that is why we got the life-up shroom. Okay, it's actually getting hairy now. Luckily, there's a couple of coins down here we can grab. And I completely missed my shot because it targeted the Koopa. This is a very overstimulating situation, and I missed again. You gotta have really good aim, and I missed again. Okay, there we go. In other news, next podcast episode's uploading now. I can confirm it's our most different pair of albums. One is super racing post-punk, and the other is relaxing new age. Interesting. Also, is new age a real genre? Tell me if new age is a real genre. Since we were just having this conversation about world music not being a real genre, is new age even a real genre? Because, like, I feel like new age is kind of... It would get lumped in with world music a lot. Anyways, I'm going to use the bathroom, and I will be back in just a moment. Okay. Niche feels very specific thing, particularly Gaelic influence. Gaelic and / Celtic feels more tied to specific identity. Yes, but like, I don't know, it still feels a little pejorative. Anyways. I did both comments in the kitchen, so we should be good. Did I get the battle route comment yet? I don't think so. Oh yeah, I did. It was, yeah. Never mind. You could also call it chamber pop, fair enough. Anyways. Let's head off to, Gusty Garden, actually. Let's do Honey Climb first, because nobody likes... I shouldn't say nobody likes this level, but I feel like most people probably don't care about this level. Personally, though, I want to check out more New Age. Fair enough. Like, I don't know if I assume Enya counts. gonna be really funny for me to tell you to check out Enya when you're. You picked it. Which album did you pick? Yeah, that's the post 9/11 album, right? Or the 9/11 album. I don't know. It's just that Only Time was like. I'll be like, that's not even the best Enya album. It's like me at like 11 years old having opinions on this. Only Time got associated? Okay, it was Only Time that got associated with 9/11. Whatever. I'm tired and lonely. That has nothing to do with the music. I just, So have you heard any other Enya albums? And they gave me is that MLG videos? What's MLG? To be fair, I haven't listened to Enya in years. It's not really something fuck. It's a trend in the mid-2010s, I see. Did I mention I don't like this level? I'm also like really tired, which has nothing to do with the level. I'm just tired. And I don't know what my roommates are doing in the other room, but I don't like it. I'm lonely, but not in that way. I want Lavrika to step on me for Valentine's Day. That's what I want. Lavrika from Genshin Impact. Either her or Nefer. But Nefer is taken by Lauma, so I don't know. Excuse my anime woman horniness. MLG meant Major League Gaming. Never liked MLG videos. Pretty much all one joke. Anyways, I see. Made popular a lot of the stereotypes like Doritos, Mountain Dew. Also loved bringing up Illuminati symbol. It was incredibly maximalist and obnoxious. I see. Okay. I didn't know those gamer stereotypes came from that, but... Yeah, I don't like this level very much. I'm still so fucking tired. I literally took a nap and I slept. I don't know why I'm still tired. Really? Should probably actually wait for the platform and not try to skip it. What if I just like go to bed right now? I was hoping to like play more, but I'm really tired. All of a sudden. Recently, Ellen Tom got used in a Super Bowl ad for prostate cancer blood screening. That's so random. But yeah, I think I'm gonna log off early because I'm really tired. Good night, yeah.